Okay, then we go to the examples related to the 8.2, that is the angles related to intersecting lines. And example one, very obviously you are given a straight line AOD and all the angles, that is a 72 degree and then the 2x and then another 2x, all the angles are on the same straight line, that is AOD, right? Therefore, we know that we have already learned a property that is all the adjacent angles will have a total sum of 180 degree that we call adjacent angles on straight line. Therefore, what you should do is just present your work and then write the reason. That is 72 degrees plus 2x plus 2x equals 180 degree. That we'll call it adjacent angles on straight line. But although maybe we won't deduct marks in the test or the exam if you write something like this, but in the way of presentation, it is not something very good because that you are talking about 2x, but in the figure you observe there are 2x over here. That is, if you write 2x plus 2x, actually I don't have a clear idea that which angle you are talking about. Therefore, a more precise way, that is if you want to have your presentation in a more clear way, then the best way is not to write 2x in the first place. That is, if the question will have two angles having the same size, then write the name of the angle first. That is 72 degrees since only marked once in the figure, therefore that's okay. And then for the 2x, actually you are talking about angle BOC, that is have a value of 2x, and then the other one is angle COD, although it also have a value 2x. If you present in this way, then it will be more clear. Therefore, in the next step, you know that is 72 plus 2x plus 2x equals 180 degree. Therefore, 4x equals 180 degree minus 72. Therefore, x is actually equals to 180 minus 72 is 108 and then divided by 4. Therefore, it should be 27 degree, right? Let me see, 2, 8, and 28. That's right. Okay. Therefore, you have find the angle x using the property adjacent angles on straight line. I think it's quite clear, right? Okay, then we go to the second example, that is example 2. Maybe I have a closer look of the new property first. And then the next one, that is in the figure we want to find x. Then similar things happen here, that you observe that all the angles given, that is 5x, 7x, 85 degree and also 155 degree, all the angles stick to one point, that is the point O. Therefore, very clear, what you should do will be using angles at a point. And observe that this time you have 5x, 7x, 85 degree and 155 degree. All the values of the angle are different and all of them are marked on the figure. Therefore, maybe I don't need to call the name of the angles. We can simply write that 5x plus 7x plus 85 degree plus 155 degree will equals to rotating around over here, that is 360 degree, that is a round angle. And then the reason name we call it angles at a point. And then the rest is just some simple calculation. 5x plus 7x is 12x, and the 85 plus 155, it means that is 240 degree. Therefore, x will then be 360 degree minus 240 degree, and then over 12. Therefore, the answer should be 10 degree. Okay, that's right. Okay, therefore, this is a very direct application of the angle, the property angles at a point. Okay, and then question number 3, that you observe that the figure looks like the angles at a point. Since you observe that you what should I say? There is it looks like many angles stick to 1.0 over here, right? But this time we are not using angles at a point. The reason will be very simple, that for angles at a point, you need to know all the angles, or actually you need to know all the values of the angle excepting one. Then you can then find the remaining one using the angles at a point. But this time, if you observe that if we observe the point O, then you have totally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 angle that you need to find the value. But very obviously, you don't have angle BOC and you don't have angle EOD. It means that most probably, if you try to use the property angles at a point, then you will have at least 2 unknowns in the expression. It means that you cannot find any value of the unknowns, since if an equation have more than 1 unknown, then most probably in form 1 you cannot find the value. Therefore, this time actually we are not using angles at a point. We are using the property of straight lines, or we'll say intersecting straight line, as it is very clear that you are given that BD and CE intersect at point O. It means that BD and C intersect at point O. It means that BOD and COE are straight lines. 直線嚟嘅，咁直線咧，我哋就會用直線相交嘅 property 啦，就係 vertical opposite angles. Therefore, the thing that you need to know is that BOD and COE are straight line. Therefore, we will have, maybe I try to mark it over here. That is BOD is a straight line, and then COE is another straight line. Therefore, you have 2 pairs of vertically opposite angles. It means that if you try to talk about maybe BOC and EOD, then they are of the same size. But of course, this time we are not talking about these 2 angles, since you don't have any value of the 2 angles over here. And then it means that what we are talking about will be BOE and then COD. Therefore, very clear that you will have angle BOE equals angle COD. The reason will be vertically opposite angles. And then the rest again is just some simple calculation. That is BOE, you will have 2x plus 40 degrees equals the COD is 4x minus 24 degrees. Then it will be just some simple solving equation techniques. Therefore, maybe 40 degree plus 24 degree and then 4x minus 2x. It means that is 2x and that is 64 degree. Therefore, x will then be 64 degree divided by 2, that is 32 degree. Okay, very simple. And then for the next 3 examples, maybe I do it in the next video, since the first 3 over here is actually some direct application of the first 3 the 3 properties that we have learned in 8.2, and then for the remaining 3 examples, there will be some combinations of properties you have learned in 8.2 and sometimes some property learned in 8.1. Then maybe we have a cut over here to make that if you want to watch the video in a more ordered way, maybe I say it like this, then I think it will be a little bit better. But therefore, I just stop it over here.